I almost ran some child over today with my bike.
What the hell?
He jumped in
How?
the road.
Oh, then it sounds like a their problem.
It was. I screamed at him, and
Good
then
job.
his dad started screaming at him.
Nice.
So yeah,
Flunking the merch. Oh, I look ridiculous. Hold on.
me too. I shall be. Look what I found in store today.
Oh, cuties. They're so little.
Yeah, they're bitty pops, so they're mini Funko Pops, and that's one mystery in each packet.
So you have three and then a mystery one.
Yes.
Cool. You can open them later.
Yes.
Let's get this party started, will we? Shall we?
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We're back. Episode 3.
We're so close to number 4 with Lando. Yay.
We're number 3 with Daniel. Yay.
Oh yeah, it's Daniel's episode. That would be a cute thing. Having it like numbers being like with the racers.
Could be.
Could be fun.
Yes.
Okay, China GP. What did we think?
I thought it was boring.
It was such an anticlimax after Australia.
For real. I was texting you and I wasn't even watching anymore.
I was expecting so much more, especially after last week. But like, I mean, it's not the same track, so it's not weird. But still,
But it's such a
I don't know.
difficult track.
Yeah, and they changed
So
the surface.
I was expecting a lot more chaos with the rookies,
Yeah, me too. They did amazing, by the way, the rookies.
most of them.
Well, I mean, they're all still
Well, let's
there.
not
The
talk
only
about Lawson.
we don't talk about Lawson here. It's, are we sure it's not Perez under the helmet, just posing as Liam? Because
I don't know if you saw the interview Ted Kravitz did.
no.
He had an interview with Christian Horner and he said he chose violence. He said, well, this isn't why you replaced Perez to have someone driving the same way. And Christian got so uncomfortable. I love that.
That's amazing. That's so funny. What the hell?
I saw it on
Yeah.
TikTok this morning and I was like, ooh,
Ooh, he went there.
yep,
Yeah.
he did.
But he's not wrong though.
No, how long do we think it's gonna happen until someone else drives the Red Bull?
I give him another 3.
I give him 0. Honestly, I think he's gonna be gone next week.
Really? I'm
Kinda.
not sure. I mean, I saw an
With
interview
the
with
Red Bull
Max.
being this bad this year,
Yeah.
they cannot afford to have one of the drivers be P20 every single race. Like
No,
even
that's
Max is
true.
struggling now.
Yeah, but I saw an interview with Max who said that like we need to cut Liam some slack because putting him in the Red Bull is like one of the most difficult things to do. And if he
I
were to be
still
in an
don't know why they
RB,
did it.
me neither. But if he were to be driving in an RB, he would be doing so much better because that car is just easier to drive. The Red Bull is
True.
just a beast right now. It's
Alex
it's
explained how the Red Bull car works in an interview, and it
yeah,
was so well explained.
yeah, yeah. I saw that one too. I think.
I think so. I think I sent a clip of it or something to
Happy
you.
birthday, Alex Album, by the way.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yeah, no, it was a boring race.
It really was.
The last few laps were kind of, for me at least, stressful because of the brake issue with
Yeah,
Lando.
see, I was not paying attention anymore. I was like, okay, it's gonna be over. This is gonna be the ending positions. I don't really care anymore. But
Yeah,
we did get a plot twist afterwards.
Yeah, the disqualifications.
I was at
Holy
lunch
shit.
when I saw it, and no joke, my jaw dropped. I was like,
Yeah, same. I got this notification from F1 Instagram
mm-hmm.
chat that I'm in, and on Twitter as well. And I saw it and I was like, wait, what? So I stopped my film, my movie I was watching. I stopped everything I was doing. I ran upstairs to my dad. I was like, Dad, look what happened. And he was like, oh my God.
I
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, but I was with a friend who doesn't watch Formula One.
Oh.
Like she listens if I talk about it, but she doesn't understand everything. She tries to
Yeah.
now, but she was like, what happened? Because I suddenly went silent with my jaw dropped, and she was like, what's going on? Are you gay?
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, plot twist for sure. But it does mean Ollie Behrman at P8.
Alex P7.
Hey. Yes.
But honestly,
Another
the
plot.
Haas performing better than Lawson in the Red Bull. Ollie said
And
ciao to
Williams.
Lawson. Ollie said ciao to Lawson when he passed him. He was so sassy. I loved it.
I'm obsessed with Ollie. He's adorable.
He is. He's super
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he's just cute.
He's
And he
just
has
happy
this
to be there.
exactly. He's just like, I'll just take it for the ride as long as I can, and whatever happens, happens. He did. They did this video on Instagram. F1 posted it themselves and saying like Oliver Behrman is a literal, like just how do you say that, constructive thought or something. I don't know. I forgot the English word, but like where you just do whatever you think.
Ah. Oh.
I forgot the word.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like,
Whoa.
he had this microphone and he was like yelling at it. It was like, ah! And then he was like, imagine if it was actually on. He was standing behind,
Wait, now
like
I want to
backstage.
search it up.
It was like backstage.
Intrusive thought. That's what
that
the word is.
That intrusive thought. He's a literal intrusive thought. Like just him as a person. They were standing backstage for the
could be me
big
too,
main stage.
by the way.
Who?
Could be me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could do that.
Do. I just do. I just scream. And then there was.
I might not have it
like,
with screaming, but I do weird stuff.
Yeah. We trip all the time as well.
That's not me doing it on purpose, though.
No, same. I have another blue mark on my knee on the inside, probably from climbing my bed.
Oh, I have a bruise on my shin because I stood a little too close to my bed and I kicked my shin against it.
Oh no.
It actually really hurt.
Yeah, shin hurts. What also struck me surprised was Kimi as a driver of the day.
Yeah. I honestly forgot about it.
Same. I all of a sudden saw this little thing in the corners like vote for driver of the day, but normally they show the percentages of the first three guys. So I was expecting that. Nothing happened. I voted, and then at the end of the race, it was like
you obviously voted for Lando. I never vote.
I always vote
the only
for Lando.
times I voted were when it was Raikkonen's last race, and we made him. And Daniel's last race as well. And Vettel's last race. Those are the only times I voted.
Yeah, I basically almost all the time vote for Lando, except for when he has a DNF. Or when he's like really sucky and he's at the back. Like last year, the year before that, like I didn't really vote for him that much. I just voted for the guys that were like underdogs doing really well.
I just forget to vote.
They changed it. You cannot vote until the last couple of laps now.
But that's been like that since last year.
No, 2 years ago you could vote at the start already.
Yeah, but last year not. You couldn't.
No, okay. True. I find it annoying.
Yeah, okay. I don't
get it.
really care, to be honest.
It just makes me forget it easier because it's at the end of the race and I'm like, oh, it's the end. Fine.
Yeah, true. I get that.
Yeah.
Nothing
But other
else
than that,
really happened.
the start was pretty
Meh.
interesting, I guess. It was meh, but it was like there was something happening.
Well,
I thought Lando did like he did an amazing move defending Max as well, not only overtaking George but also defending Max behind him because Max came up his rear end really hard and he had to
oh
defend that.
yeah, that
I thought
happened.
that was pretty cool.
And then
But other than that,
also, I mean, Charles driving with a broken front wing.
that was insane.
Pretty good,
How did
not
he
gonna
do that?
lie.
Huh?
Pretty good, not gonna lie.
Yeah, really impressive.
Yeah, it
Normally,
was.
you see that it impacts the performance of the car immensely, and now he
Yeah,
just drove
he
like
was quicker.
fifth.
But now we
Yeah,
know he was underweight. So
yeah, that probably helped too. But still, it was pretty impressive.
it really was.
Yeah, and Oscar did a good job. He deserved that win.
Yes. He
That was really hard for me to say.
I know.
I'm
But
kidding.
he
I love it.
drove
He
without
drove from
any mistakes.
yeah,
He
he did really good.
That was really good. Max woke
Only
up
his pit stop
suddenly.
sucked.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's not his
Max
fault though.
no, it wasn't his fault, but that was the only thing that happened that was like in like a
Ooh,
minus
something's
point.
happening.
Yeah, oh my god.
I hope
No,
Japan
other
is
than
gonna
that,
get
he
better.
controlled the entire race.
Yeah, he really did. I really
Yeah.
hope Japan is gonna get better. I loved seeing Elman drive P1.
Yes. That was a nice
Like I
surprise.
texted you, stop the clock.
Yes, stop it right now. We're fine with this end result.
Yes.
No, we weren't because Russell was like second or third.
Second.
Ugh. That's not good.
We pulled the same face.
No hate to any drivers. We just dislike immensely.
No hate, but you know.
The only thing I can think about when I see this man is handsome Squidward. And it's not a good look. I cannot get it out of my head. Every time I see him, I'm like, handsome Squidward. And it's not good. It's not a compliment.
No, it's not. It's no, definitely not.
No. I swear to God, I had this like intrusive thought like last year at Zanford where if I saw George and he was like,
Oh god.
his window would be open, I would scream handsome Squidward at him. And I was like, I cannot do that.
You can't. Oh my god. No,
But I might
don't do
this
that.
year. I might. You gotta stop me, but I might.
I'll film it.
Yes.
We're gonna be
Yeah,
vlogging
no.
anyway.
Yeah, we are.
I'll take my camera.
Yeah, yeah.
You're joking me.
The fuck is that? Oh,
Someone's
that?
drilling.
Oh, joy. Welcome to the party.
Yeah, well, we're gonna hope for this to stay like this.
Yeah.
Okay. What else are we gonna talk about?
Well, the race is all of it, I think. That's it.
Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about with the race.
You hear your mic as well, though. There's this
thing.
constant, yeah, that.
I'll try not to touch that.
We wanted to talk about books, right?
Yes. I just finished Wildside from Elsie Silver. I know you haven't read it yet. I'm not gonna give you any spoilers, but I give it 5 stars. I love it so much. Yeah. From the 3 of that series that are out now, it's my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I loved, what was it called again? What was the first
Love?
one? That one. I liked it. I thought it was cute. There was no character development whatsoever, but it was cute.
True. There was a little more character development with this one, so.
Okay, I like character developments. That's like a big part of a book that makes it a good book for me.
Definitely.
And I mean, I loved Ford. he sounds like an amazing guy, and I would like a guy like that. But there was no character development where
He
he
didn't really
became.
change.
No, I would have loved for him to become like more. Like the protective side was perfect. I love that, but like more open and more
Hmm.
emotional or something, like, more emotional, mature, I guess. And that was, I
Yeah.
think that lacked.
I think you're gonna like Wild Eyes as well. A little better
That's with
than
the
Wild Love. That's the second
that's with
one.
the brother, right?
It's with West.
Yeah, I
But you're
already have
gonna
that one.
you're gonna have to read the other five first.
Yeah, but I cannot get them until I see you.
I know 3 more weeks.
Yeah,
Something like
it's
that.
gonna be,
Three
it's
and a
gonna be
half.
fine. 3.5, something like that. Yeah, and then I haven't read Daydreamer yet, but I read Wildfire and Icebreaker.
Icebreaker. The thing is though, with Icebreaker, there was also zero character development for me.
A little, but not as much as I would have liked.
Yeah, Wildfire was better with that.
Yeah.
Daydream is even better.
Oh, okay. I like it. I still need to read it, but
Yeah,
I'm really
Daydream was
excited
my
because,
favorite of the three.
yeah, I loved Henry in the first two books, so I'm definitely gonna like the story about him. That's for sure. I have to be honest though, I loved Wildfire, but they like Icebreaker is like the OG, right? It's the first
Hmm.
book. I kind of loved that one, but Wildfire was more exciting. There was more to the story, more
Yeah, I
drama,
get that,
more
but
explanation.
like I said, it felt more shallow to me.
Than Icebreaker.
Icebreaker felt more shallow than Wildfire.
Yeah,
So that's why I was like, yeah,
yeah,
I liked
yeah.
it. It's just not my
It
favorite.
was good. No, I don't know. If I have to pick between the two that I read, it's gonna be Wildfire, but Icebreaker is just the OG, so I like it. It's not that it's my favorite.
It's not bad. It's just
No,
not my favorite.
it set the mark for the others to overstep.
Yeah, true.
it set the standard there, and then Wildfire went there, and Daydreamer went there.
Yeah, really. Which authors do you like other than Elsie and what's her name? Hannah, right?
um, well,
I
I'm
can't
not
find
really
the
of an
book.
author kind of girl. I don't really pay
Oh,
attention.
Hannah
The things
Grace.
I judge books on is the look, the cover. So I judge a book by its cover. It's really
Same.
awful. And the back. When I read the back and it intrigues me, and I'm like, I need to understand what this
The
back is
synopsis.
talking about, what it's meaning. Then I'm like, I need to read this book. I don't really pay attention to the authors, but the what's her name? Jessica something, I think.
Can
Funny.
you reach?
Jennifer Lynn Barnes. That's the author of the Inheritance Games books.
Oh yeah, you love those books.
Yes, I do. So for all of my ADHD girlies and guys and days and shit out there, go read it because it's amazing.
I I really like Elsie Silver's books. Like all of them. I really like all of them. And then Anna Huang is obviously one of my favorites.
I need to start reading that one.
Yes, you do. I really like Lucy Score's books. It's the I started reading her books with the Knockmouths series. It's small town romance.
Okay, cute.
I really, really liked it. So read that.
I have a lot to go.
And
All
I
of those
also really
are like,
like Lauren Ash's books with the fine print, the terms and conditions, and
yeah,
those.
I like the way
And
she writes.
Chloe Walsh. If you have you heard of Binding 13?
I don't think I have.
Such a good book. I cried my eyes out.
Oh God.
Even more with the second book.
Oh dear Lord.
But it is high school romance, which is usually not what I go for because I feel too old for that.
Yeah.
But the story was so well written. I got sucked into the book and could not put it down. It's like this thick.
Oh, nice.
It's huge. but
Yeah, that sounds
it's
awesome though.
so good.
I had the oh yeah the I don't know the name. I forgot her name, but the author of the Bone series, Bone Season is it the called? I think
Bone.
I have this. Yeah, I have this little book of it that we got as a present at my bookstore, and it's called The Pale Dreamer.
Pill
And she has
Dreamer.
yeah, it's like connected to all the other books that she wrote.
I have
Let me
never heard of it.
pardon me. Let me look it up
Oh my
because
god,
I
a book I
like
never heard of it. And you said to me.
Samantha Shannon is her name,
Not
and
ringing
it's
any bells, I'm
uh,
sorry.
like the other one of the other books is The Song Rising and The Mask Falling, The Bone Season. That's the first one.
What's
I
it
don't know if you.
about?
I don't know. I think it's fantasy or something.
Ah, that's
Wait,
why I don't know.
that one.
Okay, yeah, no,
I
that
don't know if
looks
you
like every
recognize it.
other fantasy book ever made.
It's oh, it's in Dutch. Let me translate it. It's a higher natural. The fuck is this word in English? Dystopische,
Dystopian.
a dystopian romance, and she's British, and it's her debut romance book.
Okay,
So
well,
it's romance, and it's oh, and
it's
it's
probably
it
then
has 7 books.
romantasy.
Yeah,
It's romantasy then, probably.
I think so. It has 7 books,
Goddamn.
so that's a good start. But I don't know. I got sucked in because of the cover, and then we got The Pale Dreamer as a gift, and I read it, and it's this big, so it's like 2 hours, and I was done. But I
Hmm.
liked it a lot. It was really awesome. So I like her style of writing too.
Yeah, I that's a main thing for me. I have to like the style of writing, or I'm just gonna not get through it at all.
Yeah,
So I have that problem with uh Emily Henry's books, like Marinique. She loves those books and she raves about them. I cannot get through them. I read one book of her that I really, really liked, and then I started another one and I could not get through it.
oh god.
I quit after the first chapter. I usually don't DNF books because I always try to push myself through it, but I could not. I couldn't. I have so many books here that I still have to read.
Me too. All of those up there, those are
Ah,
all
yeah. Well,
to be
mine you
honest.
can't really see because they're on the ground.
Yeah, but you
But
have a
if
lot.
anyone wants some recommendations, let me know.
She's got a lot.
I do. I love the Selection series as one of the only fantasy series ever. Like I don't really read fantasy,
No,
but the Selection I read in high school, I love it so much.
I don't know. I haven't heard of it. You know what I also want to read? This one.
Yeah. I it's not my cup of tea, but
I've heard a
people
lot
that
about it.
like fantasy really like it. Let me see if I can
Okay,
find
good.
the synopsis of the Selection for you.
What I found in the
Oh, I
bookstore.
love that so much. That
Do you
book,
know this one?
yes.
You know it?
I finished it in half a day.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Can I borrow it?
Sure.
Because I'm going to Spain and I saw it and I was like,
It's
"Ooh,
so good.
lovely!"
Let me find
And
the synopsis of the Selection for you.
this one gave me. It's so
Hate mail.
shiny. Yeah,
I
this
don't
one gave
know
me
if
a
I
lot of
like it.
icebreaker slash I don't know kind of vibe from the cover.
I don't know if I like it. I read the back and I was
And
I don't
these, the
know.
mile high things. I don't know if you've heard of
Oh,
that one.
yes.
I want to read
I
those
am
too.
obsessed with that series. I love it so much. The last book is coming out this year, and I'm sad it's ending.
I want to read those too.
I have them.
And I
Okay.
found this one, and it sounded really. It's from Anna. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah, I love it.
I wanna read that one too.
But you have to read the Twisted series first, and then read. Uh,
I don't know. I only knew her from the Twisted series.
do you hear it really loud? The drilling.
No,
Okay,
no.
good. Yeah. So she has the Twisted series that you should start with, and then the Kings of Sin series. She's still working on that because that's 7 books, and the fifth one is coming out next month.
Jesus.
And then she came out with the Striker, and everything is interconnected. So it's so good.
Oh, oh my. Okay.
You have a
Got a lot
lot
to
of
go.
books to
Yes.
catch up on.
It would
I
be
have
fun if
all
we
of
did
them.
a. Oh, really? Oh
Yes.
my God, you have too much money. Um, not anymore.
Not
We need to do
anymore.
like a. We need to do like the same thing that you send me on Insta, like or on TikTok, like the read along thing at live.
Yeah,
Maybe we should do that with the Twisted series.
we should get. Yeah, I've read it before, but I will read it again.
I am gonna be the first time reading it, so that's gonna be fun because then you can laugh at my reactions because you've already
Yes.
read it.
Yes. We should do an episode where we read like a couple of chapters of the book.
Yeah,
Or maybe as extra videos or something. We could do that as well.
yeah, that would be funny.
Okay, I have a synopsis of the selection for you.
Okay. Oh my dear lord.
America Singer is a 16-year-old girl living in Illéa. Illéa is a newly founded United States after the original United States lost World War III to China. Ilea's people are
Hold
organized.
on, World War III. Where are we?
What?
World War III.
Yeah.
Oh dear
So
lord.
it's in the future.
The prediction book. That's not good.
It just came out
Sorry, continue.
a while ago. Okay. Ilea's people are organized by a numerical caste system. America's family are fives, which means they are required to become artists and musicians, regardless of their talent or desire. Much of Illéa is poor, and the government is constantly under attack from two rebel factions, one from the north and one from the south, both of which hope to overthrow the government. One day, America receives an invitation to apply to the selection, a contest in which 35 young women between the ages of 16 and 20 from any caste live at the palace while competing to win the prince's hand in marriage. The contestants are paid to participate, and America's mother pesters her to apply since the stipend will help the family financially. America feels repulsed by the idea, mostly because she already has a boyfriend. America has been secretly dating a boy named Aspen for over 2 years. They can't reveal their relationship, however, because Aspen is a six, the servant caste. If they marry, America will lose her chances at lifting her family out of poverty. America and Aspen could even be jailed if caught together. Surprisingly, Aspen encourages America to apply, explaining that he doesn't want her to lose a chance to marry a prince. America experiences increasing pressure from her mother, who reluctantly offers to let America keep half of her earnings from her musical gigs if she applies. Blah. Thinking she can now save money for her and Aspen to marry America agrees to apply. It's insane. And then she goes on to she's selected, and then she goes um to the palace, and then they have to compete, and it's dramatic.
Oh my god, it sounds like Hunger Games
But then for love.
combined with Divergent.
I don't actually know Divergent. I know the Hunger Games from the movies, but I haven't seen Divergent. Like I said, I'm not a movie girly. I'm
They're
sorry.
books.
I know I haven't read it. Like I said, I'm not a fantasy girl either.
It's not fantasy.
It's kind of.
No,
Kind of.
they're action.
Yeah, I'm a romance girly.
Romance, action, and
I'm just a
fantasy.
romance girly.
Yeah, fair. I read whatever I like. I don't know. I don't have a specific thing.
I mean, makes sense.
But the girl's called America and she's from the US.
She's from Ilea, which is a new United States.
Uh-huh.
So the United States doesn't exist anymore,
Uh-huh.
basically.
Okay. And what was it called?
The Selection.
By who?
Curacass. I'll send it
Never.
to you.
Yes. It sounds interesting.
I really like it.
How many books are there?
There are 5, I think.
Oh, that's a good start.
It's not too bad. But
No.
first you're gonna read from Elsie Silver. What's the series called again? I don't remember.
Chestnut Spring.
That's the one. I am now currently reading the Cold Rush series from Elsie.
Well,
I'm in the second book after the races, so
I need to start again with the. I don't know what the English word is because I've only read the books in Dutch because I was young. I was in like primary school when I started these. I was way too young to read them, but I didn't care. But De Grijze Jager by John Flanagan. But
I
don't
know which
the
one
English.
it is, but I don't know the English.
I would say the Grey Hunter, but that's probably not it. But
no, I don't think so. I don't.
But there's
think...
he charming. He keeps writing and writing because there's now like 18 books or something. And
yeah,
I haven't
I've never read
the
those, but I've heard of them.
I haven't read the last 4 or something. But I've read the first couple of bunch, like 12 or 13. I've read those like 10 times. I loved that series. Still do. It's just Dutch, so I need to see if I can still read it in Dutch, or otherwise I have to get it in English. But that's gonna be so expensive because my mom has all the books. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't really read in English.
We have expensive hobbies.
Yes. F1 is definitely the most expensive one for me.
I don't know which is the most expensive for me.
All of
There's
it.
so many. There's F1, there's books, there's makeup, there's K-pop. It's all so expensive.
There's so much. A lot of the books that I have I got from my dad, so it doesn't really count. But now I need to buy them myself.
I paid for most of them myself.
Yeah, I need to start doing that now as well. My dad doesn't pay for me anymore. Not all the time, at least.
Yeah, when he's we're growing up. Well,
yeah.
You are. I already grew up, kind of.
Okay, well, thank you. How old was I when we met? 20?
It was 2021.
Yeah, -2, so I was 19.
For me, +2. I was 23.
No, I was 20 because my birthday's in June.
Yeah.
So
your
I was
birthday
20.
Already passed. I was 23.
Yeah. Damn. That's the age I'm gonna be this year. That's insane.
Yeah, it's weird.
But it doesn't feel like we've known each other for 3 years. It's more, right?
Yeah.
It's 4. It's gonna be 4 this year.
Yeah, well, I'm turning 27, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm 20. Well, I'm turning 23. That doesn't make sense. I was 20.
Yeah, you just turned 20.
Yeah, okay, fair. Because it's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So it's gonna be 4 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
The math isn't mathing.
No, it's not mathing. It feels like so much more.
This is so weird.
But it also feels like so much less. How has it already been 4 years?
I know, it's...
Oh. Max has been champion
21,
4 years.
22, 23, 24.
No, we met in 21, so
25. It's gotta be...
21 doesn't count, stupid.
No, we met in 21.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. Then it's the first time it's 22.
But it's the 5th year. So it makes sense.
Ha!
Huh?
Yeah, it's the 5th year that we're going. It's the 5th year that we're going to Zandvoort, but we only know each other for 4 years. Right?
No.
Yes, because Zandvoort 21 doesn't count as a year. We
No,
met in
but I'm
Zandvoort.
counting from Zandvoort to Zandvoort to Zandvoort to Zandvoort. So once we're in Zandvoort, we've known each other for 5 years.
No, 4.
From 21 to 20. Oh wait, what? I'm so confused now.
It's 4.
Okay,
22,
fine.
we knew each other a year. 23, we knew each other 2 years. 24, we knew each other 3 years. Now it's gonna be 25, so we know each other 4 years. 21 doesn't count as a year.
Yeah, I get it.
It's our 5th time going to Zandvoort, but it's our 4 years of knowing each other.
It doesn't make sense though.
It does.
It doesn't.
No, it does because we go more to Zandvoort than we know each other. We didn't know each other
That
before
sentence
Oh, I know.
was weird.
But we didn't know each other before Zandvoort, so that doesn't count.
True.
So it's from Zandvoort on
It's
how
still
long
weird.
we've known each other.
It's still
5th time Zandvoort, 4 years knowing.
weird.
We'll keep it at that.
Yeah.
4 years is a lot, though. Jesus. Time goes fast.
No, it really does.
It's insane. Damn.
Okay, I got Captain America from the Avengers. Nick Fury.
Wait, was it Steve Rogers?
Yeah. Nick Fury from the Avengers movie, Thor from the Avengers movie, and then I got Captain America from Civil War. I have one double, unfortunately.
The roll eyes of the roll. Jesus. I roll.
And then I have the Hulk from Age of Ultron. I have Black Widow from Civil War. I have Hawkeye from Age of Ultron. I have Scarlet Witch from Age of Ultron. I have War Machine from Iron Man 3. Vision from Age of Ultron. Ultron from Age of Ultron. And my double is Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange. So I'm missing one Iron Man.
You've got Captain America Civil War. Oh,
Yes, I did.
so awesome.
I love them. You can even get the little pop out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
It really is. Okay, so I have a book here.
I have such big bags. Like if I smile, there's no eyes left.
Same. If I smile,
Sorry.
there's no eyes.
No eyes.
But
Okay.
I got Twisted Love here. Yeah, you have it. Okay. I opened it on chapter 1.
I love the shout out to her mom. Mom, if you're
Yeah, it's
reading this,
cute.
turn back immediately. There are scenes in here that will scar you for life. I
Yeah.
love that.
we should like Franny and Nessa, like the ones that I sent you, we should have words for the some things we can say on
But they're
camera.
They do it too, so we can too.
No, they say coconut and papaya.
Okay, let's do carrot and plum.
Sure. It's gonna make it funny though, but sure.
Yeah. Should we put on the playlist?
Well, not on here because we're gonna get copyrighted, but
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
you wanna start off or should I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let me just. Okay. Okay, here I apologize in advance.
Why?
Because I hate reading out loud. I don't know. I suck at it. Okay.
Good practice for you.
Sorry?
Good practice.
Yes. Don't come for me the way I'm holding my book. I always do this with paperbacks.
Oh,
so
I break the spine, so.
Oh, all the way. My dad wants me to read a book that he hasn't broken the spine from, and he wants me to not do it while I read it.
I can't.
How am I supposed to read the book?
All my spines are already broken, so you're
Thank you.
fine in that department.
Okay,
Like
great.
borrowing my books.
Like I have to read it like this because otherwise the spine breaks. I
I
don't
can't.
do that. Okay, let's start.
This drilling
Episode.
is annoying me.
Yeah, I don't hear it that much though. It's like a
That's good.
zooming sound, buzzing kind of thing in the background,
Okay.
so it's fine.
It's my
Okay,
dad.
Ava's POV. Is it gonna be different POVs? Oh, I
Yes.
love that. Okay. There were worse things than being stranded in the middle of nowhere during a rainstorm. For example, I could be running from a rabid bear intent on mauling me into the next century. Or I could be tied to a chair in a dark basement and forced to listen to Aqua's Barbie Girl on repeat until I'd rather gnaw off my arm than hear the song's eponymous phrase again. See, I told
Autonomous.
you. Gotcha. I told you. I apologize in advance. Um,
It's fine.
but, but just because things could be worse didn't mean they didn't suck. Stop. Think positive thoughts. A car will show up now. I stared at my phone, biting back my frustration when the app reassured me it was finding my ride, the way it had been for the past half hour. Normally, I'd be less stressed about the situation because, hey, at least I had a working phone and a bus shelter to keep me mostly dry from the pounding rain. So, Jesus. But Joss's farewell party was starting in an hour. I had yet to pick up his surprise cake from the bakery, and it would be dark soon. I may be a glass half full kind of gal, but I wasn't an idiot. No one, especially not a college girl with zero fighting skills to speak of, wants to find herself alone in the middle of nowhere after dark. I should have taken those self defense classes with Jules like she wanted. I mentally. I am not awake enough for this. I mentally scrolled through my limited options. The bus that stopped at this location didn't run on the weekends, and most of my friends didn't own a car. Bridget had car service, but she was at an embassy event until 7. My rideshare app wasn't working, and I hadn't seen a single car pass by since the rain started. Not that I would hitchhike anyway. I've watched horror movies, thank you very much. I only had one option left. Run, I did. I'm embarrassed.
It's fine.
One I really didn't want to take, but
Beggars.
beggars couldn't be choosers. I pulled up the contact in my phone, said a silent prayer, and pressed the call button. 1 ring, 2 rings, 3. Come on, pick up. Or not. I wasn't sure which would be worse, getting murdered or dealing with my brother. Of course, there was always the chance said brother would murder me himself for putting myself in such a situation, but I'd deal with that later. What's wrong? I scrunched my nose at his greeting. Hello to you too, brother dearest. What makes you think something is wrong? Josh snorted. You called me. You never call unless you're in trouble. True. We prefer texting and we live next door to each other. Not my idea, by the way, so we rarely had to message at all. I wouldn't say I'm in trouble, I hatched. More like stranded. I'm not near public transport and I can't find a rideshare. Christ, Ava, where are you? I told him. What the hell are you doing there? That's an hour from campus. Don't be dramatic. I had an engagement shoot, and it's a 30-minute drive. 45 if there's traffic. Thunder boomed, shaking the branches of nearby trees. I winched and shrank farther back into the shelter. Not that it did me much good. The rain slanted sideways, splattering me with water droplets so heavy and hard they stung when they hit my skin. A rustling noise came from Josh's end, followed by a soft moan. I paused. Sure, I'd heard it wrong, but nope. There it was again. Another moan. My eyes widened. My eyes widened in horror. We are not even 3 pages in and it's already happening. Okay. Are you having sex right now? I whisper shouted even though no one else was around. The sandwich I'd scarfed down before I left for my shoot threatened to make a reappearance. There was nothing, I repeat, nothing grosser than listening to a relative while they're mid-coitance. Just the thought made me gag. Technically, no. Just, just sounded unrepentant. The word technically did a lot of heavy lifting there. It didn't take a genius to decipher Josh's vague reply. He may not be having intercourse, but something was going on, and I had zero desire to find out what that something was. Your turn.
By the way, you're good at reading out loud.
Oh, thank you.
You're definitely better than me. I'm not that good at it.
I just get nervous.
It's fine. Josh Chen. Hey, you're the one who called me. He must have covered his phone with his hand because his next word came through muffled. I heard a soft feminine laugh followed by a squeal, and I wanted to bleach my ears, my eyes, my mind. One of the guys took my card to buy more ice, Josh said, his voice clear again. But don't worry, I got you. Drop a pin on your exact location and keep your phone close. Do you still have the pepper spray I bought for your birthday last year? Yes, thanks for that, by the way. I'd wanted a new camera back, but Josh had bought me an 8 pack of pepper spray instead. I'd never used any of it, which meant all 8 bottles, minus the one tucked in my purse, was sitting snug in the back of my closet. My sarcasm went over my brother's head. For a straight A pre-med student, he could be quite dense. You're welcome. Stay put, and I'll be there soon. We'll talk about your complete lack of self-preservation later. I'm self-preserved, I protested. Was that the right word? It's not my fault there are no. Wait, what do you mean he? Josh? Too late. He'd already hung up. Figured the one time I wanted him to elaborate, he ditched me for one of his bed buddies. I was surprised he hadn't freaked out more, considering Josh put the over in overprotective. Ever since the incident, he'd taken it upon himself to look after me like he was my brother and bodyguard rolled into one. I didn't blame him. Our childhood had been 100 shades of messed up, or so I'd been told, and I loved him to pieces, but his constant worrying could be a bit much. I sat sideways on the bench and hugged my bag to my side, letting the cracked leather warm my skin while I waited for the mysterious he to show up. It could be anyone. Josh had no shortage of friends. He'd always been Mr. Popular, basketball player, student, body president, and homecoming king in high school, Sigma fraternity brother, and big man on campus in college. I was his opposite. Not unpopular per se, but I shied away from the limelight and would rather have a small group of close friends than a large group of friendly acquaintances. Where Josh was the life of the party, I sat in the corner and daydreamed about all the places I would love to visit, but would probably never get to. Not if my phobia had anything to do with it. My damn phobia. I knew it was all mental, but it felt physical. The nausea, the racing heart, the paralyzing fear that turned my limbs into useless frozen things. On the bright side, at least I wasn't afraid of rain. Oceans and lakes and pools I could avoid, but rain, yeah, that would have been bad. I wasn't sure how long I huddled in the tiny bus shelter, cursing my lack of foresight, when I turned down the Grayson's offer to drive me back to town after our shoot. I hadn't wanted to inconvenience them and thought I could call a car and be back at Thayer's, I don't know, campus in half an hour. But the skies opened up right after the couple left, and well, here I was. It was getting dark. Muted grays mingled with the cool blues of twilight, and a part of me worried the mysterious he wouldn't show up. But Josh had never let me down. If one of his friends failed to pick me up like he'd asked, they wouldn't have working legs tomorrow. Josh was a med student, but he had zero compunction about using violence when the situation called for it, especially when the situation involved me. The bright beam of headlights slashed through the rain. I squinted, my heart tripping in both anticipation and weariness as I weighed the odds of whether the car belonged to my ride or a potential psycho. This part of Maryland was pretty safe, but you never knew. When my eyes adjusted to the light, I slumped with relief, only to stiffen again 2 seconds later. Good news, I recognized the sleek black Aston Martin pulling up toward me. It belonged to one of Josh's friends, which meant I wouldn't end up in a local news item tonight. Bad news, the person driving said Aston Martin was the last person I wanted or expected to pick me up. He wasn't an I'll do my buddy a favor and rescue his stranded little sister kind of guy. He was a look at me wrong and I'll destroy you and everyone you care about kind of guy. And he'd do it looking calm and gorgeous. You wouldn't notice your world burning down around you until you were already a heap of ashes at his Tom Ford clad feet. I swiped the tip of my tongue over my dry lips as the car stopped in front of me and the passenger window rolled down. Get in. He didn't raise his voice. He never raised his voice, but I still heard him loud and clear over the rain. Alex Volkov was a force of nature unto himself, and I imagined even the weather bowed to him. I hope you're not waiting for me to open the door for you, he said when I didn't move. He sounded as happy as I was about the situation. What a gentleman. I pressed my lips together and bit back a sarcastic reply as I roused myself from the bench and ducked into the car. It smelled cool and expensive, like spicy cologne and fine Italian leather. I didn't have a towel or anything to place on the seat beneath me, so all I could do was pray I didn't damage the expensive interior. Thanks for picking me up. I appreciate it, I said in an attempt to break the icy silence. I failed miserably. Alex didn't respond or even look at me as he navigated the twists and curves of the slick roads leading back to campus. He drove the same way he walked, talked, and breathed, steady and controlled, with an undercurrent of danger warning those foolish enough to contemplate crossing him that doing so would be their death sentence. Your turn.
This guy sounds like my kind of guy. I like him.
You like them morally gray and a little unhinged.
Sorry? What?
I said you like them morally gray and a little unhinged.
Stop it. Except when except when they're in their north. That's the complete opposite, but that's fine. Okay. He was the exact opposite of Josh, and I still marveled at the fact that they were best friends. Personally, I thought Alex was an asshole. I was sure he had his reasons, some kind of psychological trauma, which shaped him into the unfeeling robot he was today. Based on the snippets I'd gleaned from Josh, Alex's childhood had been even worse than ours, though I'd never managed to pull the details out of my brother. All I knew was Alex's parents had died when he was young and left him a pile of money he'd quadrupled the value of when he came into his inheritance at age 18. Not that he needed it, because he'd invented a new financial modeling software in high school that made him a multimillionaire before he could vote. Jesus. With an IQ of 160, Alex Volkov was a genius, or close to it. He was the only person in Thyre's history to complete its 5-year joint undergrad MBA program in 3 years, and at age 26, he was the COO of one of the most successful real estate development companies in the country. He was a legend, and he knew it. Meanwhile, I thought I was doing well if I remembered to eat while juggling my classes, extracurriculars, and 2 jobs. Front desk duty at the McCain Gallery and my side hustle as a photographer for anyone who would hire me. Graduations, engagements, dog's party, birthday parties, I did them all. Are you going to Josh's party? I tried again. To make small talk. Jesus, what a sentence. Okay, the silence was killing me. Alex and Josh had been best friends since they roomed together at Thyre 8 years ago, and Alex had joined my family for Thanksgiving and assorted holidays every year since, but I still didn't know him. Alex and I didn't talk unless it had to do with Josh or passing the potatoes at dinner or something. Yes. Okay then, guess small talk was out. My mind wandered toward the million things I had to do that weekend. Edit the photos from the Graysons shoot and work on my application for the World Youth Photography Fellowship. Help Josh finish packing after... Crap! I'd forgotten all about Josh's cake. I'd ordered it 2 weeks ago because that was the max lead time for something from Crumble and Bake. It was Josh's favorite dessert, a 3-layer dark chocolate frosted with fudge and filled with chocolate pudding. Ooh, that sounds really good.
It really does.
I know, right? I also want chocolate cake.
We should get cake when we're together 2 days after my birthday to celebrate.
Yes, we should.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Duh. That's not even the question. I'll text Monique and tell her to bring the cake. I'll bring the gift and she'll bring the cake. Let's see. He only indulged on his birthday, but since he was leaving the country for a year, I figured he could break his once-a-year rule. So I passed it the biggest, brightest smile on my face. Don't kill me, but we need to make a detour to Crumble and Bake. No, we're already late. Alex stopped at a red light. We'd make it back to civilization, and I stopped the blurred outlines of a spotted the blurred outlines of a Starbucks and a Panera through the rain-splattered glass. My smile didn't budge. It's a small detour. It'll take 15 minutes, max. I just need to run in and pick up Josh's cake. You know, the death by chocolate he likes so much. Damn, that's a good name for it. He'll be in Central America for a year. They don't have CMB down there, and he leaves in 2 days, so stop. Alex's fingers curled around the steering wheel, and my crazy, hormonal mind latched onto how beautiful they were. That might sound crazy, because who has beautiful fingers? But he did. Physically, everything about him was beautiful. The jade green eyes that glared out from beneath dark brows like chips.
I love the green eyes.
Yes, green eyes are must. Heme from a glacier, the sharp jawline and elegant sculpted cheekbones, the lean frame and thick, light brown hair that somehow looked both tousled and perfectly coved. He resembled a statue in an Italian museum came to life. The insane urge to ruffle his hair like I would a kid's Gripney, like I would a kid's Gripney, just so he'd stop looking so perfect, which was quite irritating to the rest of us mere mortals, but I didn't have a death wish, so I kept my hands planted in my lap. If I take you to Crumble and Bake, will you stop talking? No doubt he regretted me picking me up. My smile grew. If you want. His lips thinned. Fine. Yes! Ava Chen, 1. Alex Volkov, 0. When we arrived at the bakery, I unbuckled my seatbelt and was halfway out the door when Alex grabbed my arm and pulled me back into my seat. Contrary to what I expected, his touch wasn't cold. It was scorching, and it burned through my skin and muscles until I felt its warmth in the pit of my stomach. I swallowed hard. Stupid hormones. What? We're already late and they're closing soon. You can't go out like that. The tiniest hint of disapproval etched into the corners of his mouth. Like what? I asked, confused. I wore jeans and a t-shirt. Nothing scandalous. Alex inclined his head toward my chest. I glanced down and let out a horrified yelp because my shirt, white, wet, transparent.
Scandalous.
Oh, not even a little transparent. No, like you could kind of see my bra outline if you looked hard enough. No. This was full on see-through. Red lace bra, hard nipples. Thanks, air conditioning. The whole shebang. Who wears a red bra under a white shirt anyway?
Yeah, well, they always said they used to tell us when I was younger that it wouldn't be seen if you have red under white.
Normally,
apparently that's a thing.
I guess, but depends on the shirt though. I have worn shirts where you can obviously see it.
Yeah, well, they're wet. Already see-through then.
I crossed my arms over my chest, my face flaming the same color as my bra. Was it like this the entire time? Yes. You could have told me. I did tell you, just now. Sometimes I wanted to strangle him. I really did. And I wasn't even a violent person. I was the same girl who didn't eat gingerbread man cookies for years after watching Shrek because I felt like I was eating Gingy's family members, or worse, Gingy himself. But something about Alex provoked my dark side. Oh, I love that. Woo-hoo. Okay, you go.
I exhaled a sharp breath and dropped my arms by instinct, forgetting about my see-through shirt until Alex's gaze flicked down to my chest again. The flaming cheeks returned, but I was sick of sitting here arguing with him. Crumble and Bake closed in 10 minutes, and the clock was ticking. Maybe it was the man, the weather, or the hour and a half I'd spent stuck under a bus shelter, but my frustration spilled out before I could stop it. Instead of being an asshole and staring at my breasts, can you lend me your jacket? Because I really want to get this cake and send my brother, your best friend, off in style before he leaves the country. Yes, my words hung in the air while I clapped the hand over my mouth, horrified. Did I just utter the word breasts to Alex Volkov and accuse him of ogling me? And call him an asshole? Dear God, if you smite me with lightning right now, I won't be mad. Promise. Alex's eyes narrowed a fraction of an inch. It ranked in the top 5 most emotional responses I'd pulled out of him in 8 years, so that was something. Trust me, I was not staring at your breast, he said, his voice frigid enough to transform the lingering drops of moisture on my skin into icicles. You're not my type, even if you weren't Josh's sister. Ouch. I wasn't interested in Alex either, but no girl enjoys being dismissed so easily by a member of the opposite sex. Whatever, there's no need to be a jerk about it, I muttered. Look, CMB closes in 2 minutes. Just let me borrow your jacket and we can get out of here. I prepaid online, so all I needed was to grab the cake. A muscle ticked in his jaw. I'll get it. You're not leaving the car dressed like that, even wearing my jacket. Alex yanked an umbrella out from beneath his seat and exited the car in one fluid motion. He moved like a panther, all coiled grace and laser intensity. If he wanted, he could make a killing as a runway model, though I doubted he'd ever do anything so gosh. He returned less than 5 minutes later with Crumble and Bake's signature pink and mint green cake box tucked beneath one arm. He dumped it in my lap, snapped his umbrella closed, and reversed out of the parking spot without so much as blinking. Do you ever smile? I asked, peeking inside the box to make sure they hadn't messed up the order. Nope. One death by chocolate coming right up. It might help with your condition. What condition? Alex sounded bored. Stick up the ass, it is. I'd already called the man an asshole, so what was one more insult? I might have imagined it, but I thought I saw his mouth twitch before he responded with a bland, no, the condition is chronic. My hands froze while my jaw unhinged. Did you make a joke? Explain why you were out there in the first place. Alex evaded my question and changed subject so quick I had whiplash. He made a joke. I wouldn't have believed it had I not seen it with my own eyes. I had a photo shoot with clients. There's a night lice. So
Lice?
yeah. My eyes move too fast for my mouth.
Yes, same.
There's a nice lake in. Spare me the details. I don't care. A low growl slipped from my throat. Why are you here? Didn't figure you for the chauffeur type. I was in the area and you're Josh's little sister. If you died, he'd be a bore to hang out with. Alex pulled up in front of my house, next door, aka at Josh's house. The lights blazed, and I could see people dancing and laughing through the windows. Josh has the worst taste in friends, I bit out. I don't know what he sees in you. I hope that sticking your ass punctures a vital organ. Then, because I'd been raised with manners, I added, thank you for the ride. I huffed out of the car. The rain had slowed to a drizzle, and I smelled damp earth and hydrangeas clustered in a pot by the front door. I'd showered, changed, then catch the last half of Josh's party. Hopefully, he wouldn't give me shit for getting stranded or being late because I wasn't in the mood. I never stay angry for long, but right then, my blood simmered and I wanted to punch Alex Volkov in the face. He was so cold and arrogant and him. It was infuriating. At least I didn't have to deal with him often. Usually hung out with him in the city, and Alex didn't visit Tyre even though he wasn't illuminous. Thank God. If I had to see Alex more than a few times a year, I'd go crazy. What do you think?
I'm already obsessed.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good book. There's a part in this book that's a little cringe, but other than that, it's a very good book.
Part of it is cringe. Like what? Which chapter?
I think it's in chapter 20 or something.
Oh, that's gonna be a while. That's fine. I'll look over it.
I think you're gonna laugh at that. What we could do maybe is with every episode at the end, read a chapter.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to wait now. That sucks. I want to know what happens next. Is he gonna talk to Josh about her shirt? Woo!
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
That's her brother.
Yeah, so the boys.
Yeah, but I don't think Josh wants to talk about his sister like that.
It sounds like he doesn't want to talk about his sister at all.
I mean, it's gonna get interesting.
Are their parents dead? Or is it only Alex's?
I don't remember. Definitely Alex's parents.
Because like she said, like we had a traumatic youth, or so I've been told.
I think
she doesn't remember
one of their
own
parents are dead, but I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna figure out what that is about. That's gonna be in the book.
Oh, okay. Nice. I do love the if you touch her, I murder her vibe. I murder you vibe kind of thing from Alex.
And you're also really gonna like the last book, Twisted Lies. He's also morally gray.
As in like Christian Grey?
No. That's a different thing.
I haven't seen those movies yet. Nor read the books.
I haven't read the books. I've seen the movies. They're not. I don't think they're that great.
I find it awkward to watch with someone, but I find it disturbing to watch it alone.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I had the same with 365.
Oh, that one. Whoa, I really had to think about which one that was. I
Those-
watched like 10 minutes and then I was like, I'm so over this. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think I watched the first movie. I'm not sure if I watched the second one, but I
I
was
haven't
like,
finished the first movie. I didn't like it.
no, I had to put myself through that. But I was like, I started it, so I'll finish it.
I'm not like that.
It
If I
got
don't
better
like
in
it, I can't finish it.
it got better as it went on, in my opinion. But
I don't like
it's not
it.
something I would recommend to anyone. I found it a really weird theme,
It
having
was.
365 days to fall in love with someone who kidnapped you. Like, what the fuck?
It's dark romance.
Yeah, well, I'm not into that kind of dark romance then.
I don't read dark romance.
I don't either.
I
Not
have
sure. No, I don't think
oh,
so.
it's over here. Let me look.
You
I
are the
have
what
a
now?
I have a Twisted Love book thingy. What's it called?
I lost the word for it.
Yeah, same.
Bookmark?
Yes. It says you are the light to my dark sunshine. Without you, I'm lost.
Oh,
I have one for every book.
how did you get them?
I met Anna, right? I went to a signing and they had these, and you could take them with you when you left.
Nice.
So I got them for free.
Lovely.
Yay!
I'm jealous. I have one. I bought this with my ex in April in the library in Maastricht. So
I have
that's
a
a big treat.
bunch of bookmarks.
I have a shit ton as well. Are we gonna read the second chapter?
We only have 10 minutes left, honey. And it's 9 even.
Oh man, that's sad.
We could do an extra episode reading a little more.
Yes,
Okay,
because
song of
I
the
need
week
to know
then.
what.
Song of the week then to end
Oh
this
yeah, I forgot
episode.
about that. Um, I'm gonna go with "Life Is a Highway."
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the song. Every time you put that on, I cannot sit still. If you
Okay,
want me to
okay.
dance, you need to put that on.
Okay, okay. Good to know, good to know. I am going with a throwback.
Oh,
It's favorite girl from Justin Bieber. I was a Justin Bieber fan. I'm sorry.
I was not.
Oh, I was, and I was also a One Direction fan. So imagine, I was both.
I was only die hard One Direction.
I was diehard
Justin,
Justin Bieber and One Direction and Ariana.
I mean, his music is good, but I didn't like the guy.
It's I loved him in like the beginning and
Yeah,
2012 and stuff like that, and then stuff happened, and then I was like a little.
yeah,
I don't hate him. I love his music though,
yeah.
especially the old music. So this is from his first album.
Never say never.
It's from that album where that song is on.
I love that song.
I I
Sorry.
it's a good song, but honestly, Favorite Girl is so much better.
I don't know. I don't think I
Favorite
know
Girl
that.
is so underrated. Please listen to it.
Okay, I'll listen to it now.
Okay, thanks.
Before I forget it.
Put
That'd
it
be
on. I
so.
want to see your reaction.
Yes, I was on my way. How much
Wait,
time do we have?
let me just say goodbye first.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
girl. Thanks for watching. It's still not on Spotify. I'm sorry. I'm gonna work on that.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
been a busy couple days, weeks,
Yeah.
but I'm doing my best. Okay, thanks,
Fine.
and we'll see you next week with another episode.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.